When you think of European resort towns, Sarande Albania probably isn't the one that comes to your mind, right? But just because it isn't well known doesn't mean it doesn't deserve a top spot on your list of places to visit or even live long term. But like everywhere else, it's not perfect, and we'll be discussing the downsides to Sarande as well. My name is Ryan. My wife Emily and I are the Snail Travelers. The Promenade. Okay, so this was our favorite thing about Sarande, and we think it's something you would enjoy too. The Promenade is a fabulous way to have a nice walk along the waterfront, and I know it seems like every beach resort town in the world has a nice promenade along the water, right? So what makes this one so special? Well, I don't know, it just seemed to us like it was very relaxed, very family friendly, and yeah, it can get busy with people sometimes. And there is some hustle and bustle, like the boat owners stopping you on your walk to tell you about the boat tours they offer. But there was less of that compared to other places we've been. And so we just feel like the Promenade is the highlight of Sarande. Thumbs up for the Promenade. Day trips. So yeah, Sarande itself is great, but what makes it even more fabulous is its proximity to other great places to visit for the day. And one of these places that I'm showing you here is 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗃, just about an hour north of Sarande. And as you can see, there is an enormous castle that dominates the ambiance of the city. Can't you just see yourself galloping through here on a horse with an iron shield and a sword? It really does feel like you're back in the Middle Ages when you're wandering around here. And take your time exploring the castle. We made the mistake of rushing ourselves. We only got a few hours here because of the inconvenient bus schedule. In fact, if we had to do it all over again, we would probably have spent the night in 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗃 instead of trying to cram it into a day trip. 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗃 also has a fantastic old bazaar area where you can grab a coffee, grab a meal, and search for that perfect Albanian souvenir that you need to help you remember this trip. Next, let's take a day trip to Corfu. It is absolutely stunning, as you can see here. Corfu is actually a Greek island, but very close to Albania and an easy ferry ride from Sarande. And it's got a few things that Sarande doesn't have, like a vibrant old town part of the city, where you can wander through the pedestrian areas, take in the historical buildings and churches, and get some great Greek food at a cafe. Don't miss a visit to the monastery at 𝗤𝗂𝗃𝗃. Its location out in the middle of the bay couldn't be more charming. But what's even better, in our opinion, is Corfu's breathtaking scenery. I could keep showing you for hours, example after example of the gorgeous landscapes throughout the island. And Corfu is another place that we think is worthy of more than just a day trip. We stayed for a few days, and it still wasn't enough time to get the full experience of everything Corfu has to offer. Closer to Sarande, and another great day trip for you archaeology buffs, is 𝗤𝗃𝗃𝗃. It's just about 30 minutes or so south of Sarande, and this is where you will find the ancient ruins from more than 2,500 years ago. It was first a Greek city, later it belonged to the Roman Empire, and I have to say, the ruins are in decent shape considering the age of this settlement. One more place you might want to check out is the Blue Eye. We didn't go on this trip, but I did visit when I came here in 1991. All of these day trips can easily be reached by bus from Sarande, except for Corfu, of course, which requires a ferry. We're giving a big thumbs up to all of these excursions that I just showed you. The beaches. We noticed that many of the tourists in Sarande come here just for the beaches. That's how popular they are. And while we think Sarande should be more than just the beaches, like including the day trips I just talked about, we do understand the appeal that these beaches have. Now, the beach in Sarande itself, which is the beach you're seeing in the video clips so far here, it's okay. The beach certainly is conveniently located, being right in the heart of the city. But at the same time, we think there are better beaches in the area, such as the beach you're seeing here, down in 𝗤𝗃𝗃𝗃. And 𝗤𝗃𝗃𝗃 actually has many small beaches instead of just one big large beach. We really enjoyed Paradise Beach. These beaches can get crowded in the summer months with rental lounge chairs and umbrellas crammed onto almost every grain of sand. But one of the things we liked about Paradise Beach is that there is also a free public area where you don't have to rent chairs. I do have to admit that, although the beaches aren't our personal favorite feature of Sarande, we think they are pleasant enough and can understand why they are so popular. So we'll give it a thumbs up. The cost of living. Whether or not you consider the cost of living to be low or high in Sarande is going to depend. If you're comparing Sarande's prices to other beach resorts in the world, then the prices are quite low. But compared to other cities within Albania, you'll find the prices here to be a little bit higher than elsewhere in the country, with Tirana being a possible exception. This is true for hotels, short-term and long-term apartment rental, and food as well. So an apartment like the one you're seeing here rents for about $700 or $800 per month in the high season, and about half of that during the low season, or if renting on a one-year lease. The restaurant prices, like housing, are low compared to the rest of Europe. You will quite often see menu prices quoted in euros instead of the Albanian currency called the lek. And we found their prices at the grocery stores to also be a little bit higher here in Sarande compared to Tirana, Korça, or the other cities that we visited in the country. Overall, if living in Sarande long-term, we think our spending would be in the $1,300 to $1,500 range for the two of us, and I'll put our sample budget in the description below. But overall, we think Sarande is a good value for the money, and so we give a thumbs up for the cost of living here. The restaurants. There are some great restaurants in Sarande serving delicious traditional Albanian food, and because it's a tourist city, you will find plenty of international options as well. Let's start at our absolutely favorite restaurant in Sarande called Taverna Llabëria. We have eaten here multiple times. That should prove to you that it's a great place to eat. And do you want to know why we liked it so much? Well, the portion sizes are huge. Emily and I can easily share a meal here. Our favorite was the chicken kebabs, and they might not look that big in the picture, but believe me, this is a lot of food that can easily be split between two people. Even the salads were huge and also fresh and delicious. Don't miss this restaurant in Sarande. Next, let's go eat at a restaurant called Villa Badrami, a restaurant right in the heart of Sarande with traditional Albanian food and traditional decor. It almost feels like you're in somebody's house and not in a restaurant. I really like the 𝗏𝗏 here, which is a delicious chicken pie and very popular and common here in Albania. And finally, let's go to Taverna Freddy. It's right across the street from the ferry terminal, and a great place to get 𝗬𝗓𝗃, another traditional Albanian dish, which are small patties usually made with rice, but we like the potato version with all that dill flavor a little better. But yeah, a big thumbs up for all of the food in Sarande. Quickfire categories. Okay, let's go through each of the rest of the categories, starting with the weather. As you can see here, it's just a little cold in the winter and hot in the summer, but overall the weather is pleasant for most of the year, and it gets a thumbs up. Let's talk about crowds next. Yeah, it can get crowded with tourists in the summer, and the prices go up, so this is something you need to be prepared for. We're also going to give a thumbs down for airport access. The closest airport is on Corfu, but that of course is in Greece, so you'll have to then get the ferry across to Sarande. The other option is to fly into Tirana and then take land transportation for several hours to reach Sarande. And finally, safety, a definite thumbs up here. We feel safe in Sarande, no problems. So, do we think Sarande is Europe's best beach town? Well, we love Sarande, we would come back, and while I might not say it's the best overall, when it comes to value, what you get considering Sarande's lower costs, I think it could rank as one of the best values in Europe. Alright, the playlist you see on the screen here has more videos from destinations all over the world. Here's another video from Albania, and we've got more videos from Albania coming soon, so hit that subscribe button right here. Thanks for traveling with us.